Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Uncle Larry's Garage. I'm your Uncle Larry. I'm going to take a little break from my norm. Been a pretty substantial change in my life, and don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. My initial thought was to share everything, but I may change my mind somewhere along the line. I was found out that I have some problems. Just a real brief summary of how this all kind of came to light. A couple of weeks ago, I was laying in bed in the middle of the night, and I had what I thought was a dream of my right leg shaking really, really bad. And again, I just thought it was a dream, so I kind of blew it off. Then last Friday night, I was staying in the kitchen getting something to eat, and that same thing happened. And it was my right leg from like my knee down, probably more than that, but that's the way it felt at first, just shaking uncontrollably, and it was weird. I felt helpless. I thought, well, maybe if I just hold it onto the ground, I can keep it from shaking. Big mistake. I fell to the ground. Evidently, I was having a seizure of some kind. Couldn't get up off the ground until the seizure was done, which seemed like it was only a couple minutes, but may have been longer. I don't know. As you can see, I'm smoking still. But after it was over, it took me a while to get my strength up and find some place where I can pull myself up to stand up and get situated again. So again, I just kind of monitored myself that night. Didn't happen again that night. And then Saturday night, I'm sitting out in the man cave in my usual spot, and thankfully sitting down, or at least I thought thankfully I was sitting down. And I had another seizure, same scenario, same leg. And I thought, well, I'll be safe because I'm sitting down. Well, that wasn't the case. I was shaking so violently that it knocked me out of my chair and fell and hit my head on a tool I have out here in the man cave. Again, had to lay there and let this thing run out. And again, it took me a little while to gather myself, to get myself up and off the floor. Called a very dear friend of mine, and he came down and took me to the local ER. Come to find out, they did some tests, and I have a mass, small mass, on the left side of my brain, which was evidently causing this particular problem. Well, with further testing and being admitted into the hospital, they found that I have some other issues as well. They're calling it cancer. Cancer in my lungs, cancer on my liver, and they think this thing in my head might be cancer, but they've got more testing to do. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. They're going to run some more scans, MRIs, CTs, PET scans, with and without contrast, and maybe do some biopsies and see just how bad this is. And I just thought I'd journal this for now. I don't know that I'll continue to do it. I thought it might be of some help to some people, because I'm the last person I ever thought that I'd have a situation like this, and especially since I've always been used to being the caregiver and not receiver. You know, thankfully my good friend was here to help. I've got another couple good friends that live down here that are willing to be there should I need them. And God bless my sister for dropping what she was doing and jumped on an airplane, and it's here with me now. And will be for a week or so, depending. So, again, I don't know how deep I'll get into this, but I thought maybe it might be a help for some people who are thinking they're having problems like this to, hey, you know, if it can happen to Uncle Larry, it can happen to anybody. So, again, not the comedy I'm used to putting out there, but thought this might be worthy of airing. So if you want to follow me along on my journey, please do so. I appreciate the support, etc. Hey, as always, still, God bless America. Thanks to the troops. Thanks to the men and women in blue, the COVID workers, and all the people that are contributing, helping me. I'm your Uncle Larry. I'm out.